Hello, Rob here for the Flanagan Homestead. It's the day before Thanksgiving. I'm heading out to the tree farm to set up the farm for Christmas tree sales that will start the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm not going to be in the greenhouse here for a while. And what I'm trying to do today is set up several mouse traps that aren't single traps, but they can catch multiple mice. So while I'm gone for this 5-day Thanksgiving weekend, I'm hoping to catch a lot of mice. I know there's a lot in here. I did set up a 5-gallon bucket mouse trap that I've used before and been highly successful, but I only caught a couple, and I was looking at what was going on, and I think I used such a light bottle that the mice were afraid to get on it and commit and then roll off. So I am going to switch this out today, and I'm going to put a tin can on here instead, and then I think they'll be more substantial, so the mice will want to go ahead and jump onto it, and then it'll roll and they can fall in. Another thing that I had recommended try is I bought some peanut oil and I put it in a shallow bowl, and I've heard that you can get the mice to jump in here. They're attracted to the peanut oil, and then it's too slick for them to run out. Now, it's my understanding that it should be a wider bowl and a little bit more gradual slopes, and then they'll climb in and then they can't get out. To me, I've seen mice jump out of a 5-gallon bucket. It seems hard to believe that they will get stuck in here, but I've heard it worked. I've actually seen it work, so I'm going to set this out. And then I created one more trap late last night. I was up till about midnight trying to create this, and I'm hoping that this one is the one that works. I'll be proud of it. But I've got a little lever on here. The mice can climb up. I'm going to put a ramp up here, and the mice can run across. And I've got this balance so that it'll tip, and hopefully they'll fall in. And then I put a rubber band on the back side here just as it gets to where they'll fall off, and it'll have a little bit of a spring action to pull it back, and enough. I put a penny here just to get the weight just right. So I'm hoping that mice will come out, fall in, and then it'll spring back. And the plan is when I come back after a few hours, days, whatever, hopefully there'll be some mice. So I'm going to head out to the tree farm, set these up. I'm going to set up a camera that will probably have about 3 or 4 hours of battery life, and see if we can catch some of this action. Okay, here's my mouse playland. I put the buckets close together, a few ramps coming up here. Normally you would want to spread out a bunch of mouse traps if you want to catch a bunch of mice, but I want to be able to film all these and see the action, so I put them together. In my experience, the mice will have no problem coming from one bucket to the other. They'll climb up. I've got a little bit of peanut butter on the ramps just to attract them. After putting peanut butter on this end, it didn't want to quite come back as much, so I put another glob of glue over there to counterbalance the weight so that no matter how softly it springs down, it'll come back up, and hopefully I can get multiple mice. So here we go. Okay, I'm back in the greenhouse. It's been 2 days since I set the traps. The lever trap has 1 mouse that's already caught. The peanut oil has actually caught 4, which I'm thrilled about that. and the tin can hasn't got anything yet. Having watched some of the video that I have, unfortunately it's a limited amount of video, but I saw how some mice were reacting in some situations, so I think I have some modifications that I can do to improve it. So I'm going to try to improve my traps a little bit, set them back out for a couple more days and see what we can get. I did have one in this trap this morning. When I had this being filmed, I noticed the previous time very few mice were even interested in going out here, so I'm going to have to put more peanut butter out here. And the one that did came out here and it slowly started to tip up, so he's able to easily scramble back. I'm going to shorten this edge because when the longer the levers are, the harder it is for it to just flip up quickly. So I'm going to try to shorten this and put a little magnet to hold it until there's enough pressure over here, and so that when it does release, it pops quickly, and so the mice will fall in more easily. So that's my plan for today. Okay, another thing I'm going to try. So I'm going to drop perlite into the oil, and what that's going to do is it's going to make it look like there's a safe surface there, and they'll be willing to just jump or fall on it. They'll get more careless, I believe, and there'll still be enough oil that once they get in, they can't climb out. Okay, we've had a little bit more success when I came in here today. Unfortunately, this trap did not reset like it was supposed to and trip down. It was down like this when I got here this morning. So it was an effective mouse trap. Where's that mouse? It was an effective trap and that it got him, but the trap did not reset itself. I think our clear winner on the one that could trap mice over and over again and not have to be reset is the peanut oil, because we've already killed before today 4 mice in it, and coming back today I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So we're at 9 mice in a couple days with the peanut oil. Okay, after a few days of having multiple mouse traps in here, we had some success. Here's my tray of 11 mice. They're laying here all soaking wet because they either drowned in water or they drowned in vegetable oil. To recap, my rolling log 5-gallon bucket mouse trap with the water bottle only was responsible for 1 of those. The tin can didn't get any. My walk the plank mouse trap caught 1, and each time it did not reset like it was supposed to, so I could only get 1 at a time, so it only got 2. But the clear away winner was the bowl with the peanut oil in it. There was in the last 3 days 9 mice that drowned in this bowl. Some of them were done when it was just peanut oil. 4 of them was just peanut oil. 5 of them was after I put perlite over it and it made it look like a surface that they could walk on. So, but a total of 9 in here, 2 in the other traps, or 3 in the other traps combined. So the peanut oil works. I would say that this would be better in a barn because they are in there splashing, trying to get out. If you had this in your corner of your house and you're trying to catch a mouse, it's probably going to slap peanut oil up against your wall and on your carpet. You don't want that. But in a barn setting, a greenhouse setting, where a little bit of mess is okay, this peanut oil worked fantastic. As always, there's more good videos on the way, not just about trapping mice or moles, but farming, gardening, outdoor projects, and homestead life. So please consider liking, subscribing. Positive comments on YouTube are much appreciated. Thanks for watching.